Hi Year 2, welcome to our second geography lesson. I'm sitting in front of the months of the year, and that's because we're going to need to know our months of the year today in our lesson. So if you want to pause me now, have a quick reminder of all the different months, then go ahead. Okay, without further ado, let's get to our lesson. So, today we're going to be comparing the climate of New Delhi in India to the UK. Quickly, let's begin with a knowledge quiz. Now, we can't be writing on these, so I want you to be just thinking about them, pausing me after every question and having a go at the answers, okay? So, question number 1. What is the capital city of India? Pause me now, and when you're ready, press play. The answer is New Delhi, okay? Fantastic. So the capital city of the UK is London, but in India it is New Delhi. Question number 2, what language is mostly spoken in India? Pause me, and when you're ready, press play. Okay, the language that is mostly spoken in India is Hindi, so well done if you remember that from last lesson. Question number 3, tick 2 countries, or which 2 countries border India? We've got Pakistan, Italy, Bangladesh, and Vietnam. Which 2 border, so which are next to India? Pause me and press play when you're ready. Okay, the answer is Pakistan and Bangladesh. Now let's go back to the gunpowder plot for this next question. Who were the conspirators trying to kill in the gunpowder plot? Was it King James I, King Charles II, Queen Elizabeth, or Queen Victoria? Pause and press play when you're ready. The answer is King James I. King Charles II was involved in the Great Fire of London, so we've learned about him last time as well. But King James II was the king at the time when they did the gunpowder plot. Last question. Which season comes after summer? Is it winter, autumn, summer, or spring? Pause me and press play when you're ready. The answer is autumn. Okay, our vocabulary today is climate. Now, climate is another word for weather and the kinds of weather that happen. So we might have a sunny climate, a snowy climate, or a rainy climate. We can have lots of different kinds, but climate means weather. Our second word is monsoon. Monsoon. Now, monsoon is when there is a period, so a long time of very heavy rain. So when I say monsoon, I would like you to do an action like this to show lots and lots of rain. Now, we're going to go over to India and to New Delhi, and we're going to be thinking about the climate. So that means the kinds of weather they experience in their seasons. Okay, so we know that in the UK, we have 4 seasons. We have winter, spring, summer, and autumn. In India, they have 3 seasons, not 4, 3. The first one is winter. So during winter, New Delhi is actually still quite warm. It actually can still be up to about 21 degrees, which is just about the same as our spring or summertime. The winter season in New Delhi happens from October to March. Okay, so quite a long winter there. Have a think, how many months does that mean their winter lasts for? Now, the last thing I want to say about their winter is that there is no snowfall because it doesn't get cold enough. The next season, so the second season that New Delhi and India experience is their summer. Their summer is incredibly hot, okay? And it happens from April to June. Now, their temperatures in an Indian summer get up to about 40 degrees or more. So bearing in mind, our summers get to about the mid-20s, maybe 30 degrees, their summers get up to 40 degrees or even more. So during this time, a lot of people will go up to the hills because it's much cooler up there. Now, their third season, so they have winter, summer, and then they have the monsoon season. Now, do you remember our action for the monsoon season? Monsoon season happens from June to September, okay, and during this time there is very heavy rainfall. So there's about 80 centimetres of rain falls in the city. Now we know this is about a metre, and so 20 centimetres from that, about this much rain will fall in the city if it all added up together. Now, I'd like you to pause me and have a think. Can you remember one thing about each season? Okay. Let's move on now to the UK. First of all, let's start where we are. We're in winter. Now, winter begins in December and it ends in February, so it's shorter in the UK. And this is when we experience our coldest weather. And sometimes temperatures will drop below -10 degrees overnight. And because it can get quite cold, it goes into the minus numbers. That means we can get snowfall here. And some parts of the country have already experienced that this winter. Have a quick think. How is the UK winter different to the Indian winter or the winter in New Delhi? Pause me now and play me when you're ready. Okay, so the big difference is that it gets much colder in our winter. Now next, and this season that's coming next for us is spring. Now in spring, the climate can be much milder. It's not as cold. It goes to the temperatures of kind of the mid to the high teens. So there can still be rainfall, but there can also be sunshine. Okay, and it's when lots of the plants and trees all come back into budding season. Okay, so because they're getting ready for, drum roll, summer. Now, summer in the UK begins in June and it ends in August. And this is when the UK experiences their warmest weather. So temperatures can be mostly in the mid to high 20s, okay, which is still about half of what a summer in New Delhi is like. So that leads me to my question. How is a UK summer different to an Indian summer? Pause me, have a think, and play when you're ready. Okay, so the main difference is that it does not get as hot in our summer. Okay, so the climate is actually much milder. The temperatures are lower than an Indian summer. Lastly, this is our fourth season, is autumn. Now, autumn begins in September and ends in November. It was the last season that we have had just now, what we're experiencing. Now, this comes after summer, so the climate gets cooler. The temperatures begin to drop, don't they? Okay, and we get more rainfall and it gets a bit more windy. Now, I've got a video that I'd like to show you, and when it's playing, I would like you to think, can you please spot what the climate is and what that means the season is? These are all going to be in the UK, okay? So all 4 seasons. We've seen all 4 seasons come into play. Now, your next thing to do is your worksheet. You've got a list of different things here. First of all, I want you to fill in the gaps, okay, about those questions there, and then I want you to circle which one is correct. Now you can do this on a screen if you like, or you can write out the correct one if you're doing it on some lined paper. And then on the back there is a challenge for you to draw and label a picture of 2 different seasons, one in India and one in the UK. So you're going to choose your season, one from India, one from the UK, and have a think, what's the climate going to be like in that season, and how can you show that in your drawing? That's your geography lesson, year 2. Hope you have a lovely day.